The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, my name is Leo Connors, and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. Tonight, before I interview my guests, I just want to say, go Boston Celtics. Maria, there it is. There's my sports for the next month. All right? Go Celtics. They're going to beat the second round. Miami Heat. Yeah. And my guests today are Maverick Wild. Everybody knows Mav, right? He's been on the show 100 times. And Iron Man Tim Walker. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
This is going to be a lot of fun. All right. When did you first see pro wrestling?
The old roller skating rink in Nashua.
Really?
Down Nashua Mall, where the liquor store is now.
Huh.
My godfather, Skippy Jakes, brought me there, and it was the Moondogs were on the card with Ivan Putski and Tito Santana. Nice. And then we almost got one of the bones. We were trying to steal one when we were kids, but we tried. And then one of my favorite matches was Angelo Gomez and Steve King.
Oh, boy.
A double knockout draw. Never saw one of them win a match, but they both lost.
Wow. That's crazy. And that had to be around 1979, because if Ivan was teaming with Tito, that's when they were champs.
Yeah, 78, 79.
Yeah.
Because they were doing the runs with the Samoans and the Moondogs.
Yeah.
So that was, it was a long time ago.
I used to love the Moondogs, though, too. Their bones. I never got close enough to see how they must have looked gross. You know what I mean?
They were probably real ham bones from Market Basket.
Right. Yeah, they get new ones almost every time. Mm-hmm. All right. Did you have any favorites when you first started watching?
Yeah, I was a big fan of Ivan Putski. And for heels, I like Stan Hansen and obviously, the Animal. Mainly that, pretty much. And then, Bobby Backlund, Pedro Morales, and then Killer Khan. I used to like watching him. He'd always spit all over the mic. There's something special about that guy. He's so special.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
Broke Andre's leg.
Yeah. I was supposed to see that match with him and Andre in Hudson, New Hampshire, which I believe was at the Lions Hall, in the 1980.
Wow.
And he didn't show up because they did the whole gimmick that he broke his leg.
Yeah.
And so he ended up wrestling, I forget who, but it was a squash job. Didn't
That's
last
awesome.
long.
Killer Khan, though.
Oh, yeah.
All right. When did you think I might want to try this?
Well, it was, what was it, 96, 95?
Sometime after the band.
Yeah, sometime after the rock bands, yeah.
All right, so let's backtrack here for a second. So you were in rock bands?
Yeah, I was in a heavy metal band from the 80s to 90s. And then had my kids 93 and 95. So 95 came out. It's like, I think I'm done with the music.
Right. And what did you play?
I was a guitar player.
Okay, cool.
And then I wanted to do something entertaining with my kids because I can't bring them to a nightclub or a mosh pit, So my kids went to this little thing in Hudson community, which was the Hudson Lions Hall, and they were buying cookies and just toddlers, and we got free tickets to a wrestling show. They said, "Oh, this nice guy selling cookies gave us free tickets." I'm like, "All right, I'll take you girls. What the hell?" So I go. We got there a little late, and I saw Gary Cadelas and Johnny Vegas.
Nice.
And then they put on a great match, and it was just awesome. I'm looking, it's like, then I get to the concession stand, they're walking by me, it's like, oh, these guys are smaller than me. I think I could do this.
Right.
And then, boy, what hell it was to get into it. Oh, they put you through a ringer in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
So who did you first contact? No, go ahead, Matt.
Did you come in during one of the, Jeff used to run like fantasy camp tryouts occasionally.
It was a tryout during a Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had to do 100 squats in the ring. Mm-hmm. Then you have to get out and run around the building 3 times and get back in and do another 100 squats.
While we all laughed at you. Yes.
Yeah. I did it. That one big kid was really rugged. He was in the garbage can barfing because he couldn't hack it. But I got through it, but boy, as soon as I walk out of there, it's like, all right, I just need to go take a nap and throw everything on ice. Couldn't feel my thighs, calves, nothing. And I went back the next day.
Yep.
I used to love those. I used to love those camps because no offense to you, Tim, so many so many people just were not meant to wrestle.
No.
Showed up at those
And
things.
they thought they could.
Oh, it was so awesome. We had Mossy Tooth Daryl. He was great.
Who was this?
Mossy Tooth Daryl. He thought he was Shawn Michaels. He
Nice.
had really, really bad teeth.
Oh yeah.
So we dressed him up as Shawn Michaels. He was horrible. It was terrible.
Oh, the gimmicks that come up with in the back.
Oh yeah, Kiwi. Remember Kiwi?
Yeah.
Kiwi.
Yeah.
Kiwi. There was one in WCW. Remember? Not that
No,
Kiwi.
no. This is Kiwi who showed up in Rip's backyard, and he broke his ankle during a match, and then to fix it, Rip punched him in the ankle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that what, on Hollis Street?
Yes.
Yeah, right across
Nice.
from Towers.
Yeah. All right. That's great. All right. So I know you didn't wrestle like you said earlier off air. You didn't wrestle like Jeff or Sonny.
No.
Do you have any Kevin Hughes stories?
Oh, too many.
I'd love to hear.
How long's the show?
I would love to hear 1, 2, whatever.
All right, well, that one time when Craig Benson was governor,
Yes.
and it was Irish night, and so Wolfie did some donations to the Benson, and then the foundation for the Irish dancers, and so we all go up there to go get our corned beef and cabbage, and then Kev comes up to me, "Hey, let's go in the back room." Why? Nobody has to see us eat. We can eat as much as we want. And I'm like, I don't eat as much as you.
Right?
Oh, God, that was just one of the funny ones.
Right.
Then never mind the bottles of wine and then the 60-40 raffle, 30-70.
Yeah, that's
covered.
been told.
That's
Yeah.
been covered a few times.
You see 38, 45 people go up there, buy tickets. All right, the raffle's at $7. It's like,
Good old Kevin.
oh, yeah.
I love it.
Then you get in the back room and yell at the new kids. They're all like scared. And we're just sitting there like, listen to them.
Torturing the kids.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome. How about Mav's favorite guy? You have any interactions with Mav's favorite guy, Skunk?
Oh, that
What do you
guy.
want, a punch in the face?
We can tell about the chair shot.
Which one? Oh, gee, yes, that's actually a good
How do you
story.
take a chair shot? Oh, well, let me show you.
You showed him?
Waffled them.
Nice.
He wanted to know
Yeah.
what the secret to the chair shot was.
I know that secret. I'll take over. I'll do that one. Hit him so hard he started crying.
He really?
Went right to his knees, started crying. And I said, well, that's how you take him.
Anytime he got hit, he always did the same thing. He just went, ah! It's like, why are you doing
I think
this?
the only thing he was good for was heat outside the ring, but then half the time, like, him and I would do a match.
Right.
And he had to bring him out there with him.
Yeah.
And then one time he stopped the match, went out there and grabbed him by his throat and said, "Get the hell back in that locker room. Don't you ever come back out here."
I used to take the Skunk out as my manager
Yeah.
because Jeff insisted on using him.
Right.
So I said arrogantly, "Yeah, I can keep under control." So we were at the duck races in Nashua. I remember what it was, and Skunk was being an idiot, and your knee was hurting, and he reached in and tried to shoot your knee out, and he'd already tripped over a low line and fallen on kids, and I was like,
Right.
I'm just so sick of the guy. I literally just reached out from the ring, and grabbed him by the lapel, brought him up to me, and said, "If you don't stop, I'm going to kill you."
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And then afterwards, I threw him up against the trailer.
Right.
Almost beat him up.
Oh, yeah. I was like, he just helped you, and now you're trying to beat up your manager?
Yeah, I know it made no sense.
I
But
know, but
if you know him, it makes sense.
it was funny, though.
Yeah,
Right.
sure was.
But you always said Tarzan saved his life because he stopped you from killing him one night.
Yeah, I almost beat him up several times. Sonny did, Rip did. I think just about everybody who had
Right.
half a brain in their head did.
How about any Rip stories?
Oh, well, there was a few, but unfortunately, I never really got to work with Rip because
Right.
Jeff always made me a baby face.
Right.
And the only time I ever got to heel out is when Maverick took over.
Yeah.
Which I had the best time of my life. I didn't have to run around, didn't have to jump around, just joke people, yell at people,
Right.
stomp them, and had a good match. That's why I liked it.
Yep.
No, but Rip, I wish I got to work with him, but I got to work with him a lot in the gym.
Yeah.
And just one strong, big-hearted dude. You know,
Right.
there wasn't he would protect himself to make sure you landed right, make sure you didn't get hurt. You know, he always sacrificed himself. That's why the poor guy's crippled, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Me, sometimes I'm like, well, it's your fault. See you later.
Yeah. Oh well. See you later.
I got to work tomorrow. See you later.
All right. Well, what about? Do you remember your first match that you had?
The first match was I was tag teaming with Maverick, and it was Gary Cadelis and Chad Street.
He works with Chad.
Yeah, well,
coworker
Chad
of his.
used to work for me. I worked right up the street here at the high school.
Did he
third
bring the
shift.
wrestling belt in there?
Oh yeah, no, I knew all about him already and everything. Yeah, I had to block him. I had to block him because he just blew up my phone one day and he just like wouldn't stop sending me pictures, and I'm like, yeah. So Chad works in the school district like I do.
Okay.
But he used to work for me. Now I work in an elementary school, and now he's somewhere. I think he's at an elementary school too, but he's doing good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a long, long time.
Working or enrolled?
No, he's working. So what about the match?
Well, went by so darn fast, and I was like the one getting the crap kicked out of me. And
Welcome to wrestling.
yeah. And then what did I take? A leg drop and a splash to end the match.
Probably. Yeah. Jeff ran so many shows. Sometimes
Right.
I forget who I worked with and
Yeah.
when I worked with them.
Right.
So.
But then I did a bunch of matches after that with Gary.
Yeah.
And Gary was a lot of fun to work with. He was just, and what a resilient guy he was. I mean, he'd take a beat. He was like a Timex.
Oh
Just
yeah.
keep coming back, you know.
He had so many gimmicks too, right? Under the hood, a lot.
Who, Gary?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, he do
under
a
the
couple
ma-
Lucha
under the mask.
Libres.
El Santo.
Yeah, El Santo, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
It was like our little version of Mil Mascaras.
Yep. Jeff had to make sure he had the doll that matched the outfit.
Yes. Yes. Oh, he was so wound up about those masks. Oh, we got to go to Mexico and get more masks.
Yeah.
All the
He must have
time.
talked about it for 10 minutes on the show.
You didn't go to Mexico too, did you?
No.
I think Tim feels about Mexico the same way I feel about Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
No, thanks.
Right.
The problem with Mexico is it's in Mexico.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say
Too much for me.
All right. Well, what about your tag team, The Swerve, with Christian Angus?
Yeah, that went good. Maverick set that up because I had my ACL replaced. So he thought it was a good idea to have a tag team partner. So
Right.
that way, if it gets fatigued, I can tag out.
Yep.
And pretty much I was running the match. So then he'd take the beat most of the time, which was great because he was
Right.
younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was good
So it
too.
worked out good. Oh, God, he
was.
got
He
so
was good.
talented after a while. He just got so good and good. I had him down in, we were down in Fall River. And we were the bad guys, obviously. And I guess these babies down there, I forgot their names, but they were really hard hitting on him.
Right.
They wouldn't hit me hard for nothing. I'm like, what are you guys scared of me or something? But they're pounding on Christian.
Right.
And before you know it, now he's turning red. Now he starts pounding. And I says, I'm going to sit back here and watch this because this is getting entertaining now.
Right.
Because now you wound him up. But,
Well, I don't think people really wanted to do that to him because that guy could tie you in knots like it was unbelievable.
oh,
He
yeah.
was a good sized kid too.
Oh, he is tall.
You know?
Tall,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, tall. Not the greatest shape, but not terrible
No,
shape.
no, exactly.
Crazy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But we had a lot of fun doing that. And then we were against each other after that because you wanted to make me babyface again. I'm
Yep.
like, oh, God. The toilet bowl match in Claremont.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Let's throw Mountain Dew and orange juice in there to try to make it all look terrible. And
Yeah, yeah.
Dunk the head, pull them out.
That's great. The turd not in the mouth? The
No,
candy
that was
bar?
only him that did that. He had the Twix.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Or the Baby Ruth.
It was
I
a
forgot.
baby Ruth.
Baby
It was a
Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
My accomplishment in life.
And I did wrestle Sonny Goodspeed
Did
once. Yes.
I was going to say, I thought I remember that.
Is in Milford.
Yes. Yes.
So we're in the back. Well, it's just a curtain pretty much. And I'm like 205. Just started. I wasn't all that heavy
Right.
yet. And what was Sonny? 330, 340.
Yeah, it was about that.
So he says to me, all right, first of all, kid, I don't take bumps. And I look at him, I go, I'm 205. I don't think they expect me to bump you at all.
Right.
Just some flying moves, do some wobbles, and then you squash me, it's over.
Right.
No, that's what I thought we were going to do. But I loves watching Sonny work, though, especially his dancing gimmick. Oh,
that was great, yeah.
With, what's his name?
Scott
Dave,
Ashworth?
There was Dave Barron. and
Dave
Scott
Barron.
Ashworth.
Yeah.
Dave Barron.
DJ Barron, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he had also with Scott, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Chunky but funky.
Like Scott, Scott couldn't make all the shows, so
Right,
like a three-man unit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Sonny wanted to keep doing it. It was an easy gimmick for him.
And he wanted Dave to drive. So,
Yeah.
Take one bump a night, dance around, you're all good to go.
Yeah,
That's all
and
you
Dave,
do.
like you said, Dave take the beating all the time, tag Sonny in for the hot tag and the victory.
Dave was a good sport.
He really was.
He still is, I think. He's a good sport.
Were you there the night that the ring post fell and hit him in the head?
No.
Oh, that was poor man.
Well, I might have been at the match, but was it the ring that I built?
I think it was. No, it wasn't. That was definitely mine.
Okay.
I had built that.
So
one.
you built a ring.
Yeah, that was my wrestling tuition.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now whose ring was it then after?
That was Jeff's.
It was
Yeah, Jeff kept it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We smuggled him onto a show in Vermont.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't the greatest ring in the world, but we knew it broke apart and went together easy, which
Right.
is what Jeff really wanted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we brought him up to take a look at it, and he replicated it. And
Nice.
Yeah, and then I had to build, and then, well, the first one I built, the posts were way too heavy, so we left that in the gym.
yes.
And then he built another one.
Yeah.
Right.
Lighter post, lighter construction. But it all fit in the 3/4 ton van.
Yeah.
Took it everywhere.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Nice.
That's why when people would complain about that ring, it's like you don't understand.
Right.
You don't understand running smaller shows. You really
So
don't.
nobody pulled too many ribs on you, huh?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
I kind of wish they did. It would have been more life experiencing, but nobody did.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think, well, the most ribs was this
What are you
guy.
talking about? Huh?
Yeah, he'd always mess with me.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. It was fine.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's fine.
He'd mess with everybody, I bet.
No.
Yeah.
Baby.
We did a show in Laconia one time.
Yeah.
So there's newbies in there. So he decides when he gets out of the shower, he's going to run around naked.
I did that a lot, by the way.
Yeah,
Running
no, you
around.
mentioned that here
Yelling,
before, that
screaming,
you
running
like to
around
get
naked.
naked.
And so I'm sitting on the other side, and all of a sudden I see this woman come down with a case of water. I'm like, I'm not saying a damn thing. He comes running out. Hey, oh, bye-bye. On the other side. I'm like, that was my rib to him.
He became a legend in my house the other day. I didn't mean to call him. I hit the button to call him on Facebook Messenger. I said, sorry. And he answers me, oh, you mean I should pull my pants back up? So I showed my grandson this, and he became an instant legend. My grandson thinks he's the funniest guy in the world now.
Oh, he was.
Oh, it's awesome. All right, so you also had matches with fabulous Johnny Vegas.
Many.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you want to talk anything about Johnny Vegas?
I always called, give me the Tony Atlas in the corner.
Yeah. He was one
the
third-
double fists.
He was 1/4 aside. He did Tony
Right.
Atlas's spots.
That's
remember that.
awesome.
It was funny. We'd all watch it and go, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Atlas!
Him and I, we always had great matches, but I had the hardest time not laughing half the
right.
time because he was such a showman, and
He was funny.
He would be in the ring and he would seem like the match would be the least of his concerns.
Yeah.
It really would.
they were doing leapfrogs at the gym with Vegas, and I had an ear infection. When I landed, I snapped my ACL. So Johnny Vegas going on, I took care of the Iron Man all over a leapfrog.
Yeah, that sounds like John.
So then I had to come
Yeah, he's
back
a
and
ball
work with
buster.
him again when I
Yeah.
got back. And so he always kept it good, always kept it fun.
You want to add anything about Johnny?
Johnny, Jesus Christ, he was always so good. He was always so good and always so small and so thin and so well spoken and had such nice hair. And
We're getting a little wavy now.
yeah, but I used to
Goodbye.
I used to look at him. I was like, how are you involved in this? I don't
Right.
understand this. You,
yeah?
you don't look like a wrestler. You're really good at it.
And he's really helped out a lot of wrestlers over the last few years with training and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
he
he did.
really has.
He did. Well, I mean,
He liked giving back.
Oh, yeah, obviously. He
Definitely
loved it.
did.
honestly, I mean, sometimes you have to think about some of the people that Tim and a lot of other guys came through. It was like, I don't want to call it combine, but it was kind of a wrestling combine at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, even now, I mean, you're talking about Johnny Vegas and how everybody, how much training provided.
Right.
And I remember when I was at the APW show and all the guys that are on TV are making a video for him because he's
Right.
retiring.
Yeah.
Yep.
And all the all the people that are, going to Sunny now, and now
Right.
he's booking APW, and I've always been looking to him advice. And then, people come to me advice, and I growl at them, and they tell them no. And but there was and there are a couple other people there, and Sunny, and you had just a warehouse of people that
Right.
could show you how to do things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeff, I mean,
Fury
people
came, Fury came back
Fury,
even. You
yeah.
know, he
Yeah.
had been seen in months and months.
Yeah.
And he came back to see Johnny,
Yeah, he did.
It was amazing.
Yeah, he's running Chaotic now, right?
No,
No,
that's-
not anymore. He's long gone.
I'll tell you
he
about
is?
that.
Oh, okay.
yeah, he's Chase Del Monte owns the
There was-
wrestling school and Chaotic
Yeah,
Wrestling.
there was a problem there.
Okay.
We'll get into it
Well,
later.
anyways, Brian, you're a good pal of mine.
You had some good matches with him.
Oh, plenty. He's a great kid. And one time, he had to do a double one time. So we put him in the, what was the,
He used to do
alpaca, the black.
So sometimes he would do one of the conquistadors, and then
Yeah.
sometimes he'd be L.A. Park.
L.A. Parker.
LA
okay.
Parker, that's what
Stole
I'm
the
thinking
name.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a black outfit with the skull. And oh, yeah. I worked with him that a few times. So
Him and
That's a great
Justin
kid.
would do the conquistador things, and it would get them confused, and I would try and grab one of
Oh.
them. I grab the wrong one and do things I wasn't supposed to do with them. And
Right.
What are you doing?
just in case, or Justin Powers, what we call him.
Just in case, Justin Powers.
Yeah, just in shape.
Just in shape.
That
Yeah.
was my favorite one. Now, because he had a hearing aid. Now, like,
No,
is
he
that
taped-
real?
No, he taped his ear.
He always
They
taped
get
his
that
ear.
from Kevin.
Oh, that's
that
what
was
it
Kevin.
Yeah.
It was a Kevin thing. He stole it from Kevin. He taped his ear.
Yeah.
You know?
Because Kevin said, that's not me.
He was too busy
Kevin,
selling
that's you
tickets.
right there. No, that's not me. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I also remember Tim coming through Hudson. I remember one time first, for whatever reason. I don't know if Jeff had told me to do it. He had told me to do it before, but I just came up to him. I was supposed to be wrestling one night. I said, "Listen, I got to beat the crap out of you for real tonight. I just have to. There's no way we can't get around it because nobody believes anything we're doing. So I'm going to go up and beat the crap out of you for real." And he just, "Oh, okay."
We had a good match.
right?
Great match. We pounded the crap out of each other.
But I don't. Is that what led to the chain match we did?
After the fact, yeah.
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 We did a chain match one time in Hudson, New Hampshire. And this involved Justin too, actually. So I had only bled really once before.
Right.
And it was not good. It looked like I had about 100 cat scratches going
Oh,
across
it's
my
terrible.
head. It was
Yeah.
bad. It was bad. So I'm going to do a chain match with him, and really, you can't do much in a chain match. You can't move around too much, you know.
Right.
It's, the whole object is basically the blood. You know,
Yeah.
that's all there is to it. So, of course, Justin comes up and he goes, "What are you gonna do? Get a couple little kitty cat scratches like you did the last time?" So there's a picture of the results on my Facebook, and I am just
Yeah.
Drenched.
awash in blood.
Yep, that's the picture I'm picturing
And
right
I'm
now.
wrapping up Tim. He keeps saying, lay him in there. I'm like, you got it. On that last match.
right.
Oh yeah, revenge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So-
Receipt time.
Oh, it was bloody. It was the worst I've ever seen it with him.
Oh, it was good.
Wow.
It was good. My mother was there. Yeah, you gotta have
Yeah.
a chain match when your mother
No,
shows
because I
up.
can remember you bleed. That must have been that night. And I also remember one night Rip was so bloody in St. Stan's. It was unbelievable.
He put
like,
it in so deep and it just wouldn't stop.
It was crazy. And I think he wrestled you that night. So you were involved
Maybe.
in both the big
Yeah.
blood matches that I saw that Jeff had.
Well, after that match, the dog collar match we did, which we pulled it off. I don't know how we did in that little ring. But so we get in the back. He goes, "Hey, Tim, you got to go." "Why?" "My mom wants to kill you. You have to leave."
Yes.
I go, "Perfect." I wiped up, walked out the back door.
He had to leave,
Right.
Because my mother was going to kill him because she finally realized
Oh, yeah.
after 10 years of it, wow, my son can really get hurt doing this.
And little did she know who was doing the hurting.
Right, right.
True.
He wanted it.
Come on, it's fine.
What about any Wolfie stories? Jason?
I just worked within the gym here or there, but when I was 97 or 98 when he hit the jackpot there, and so he wasn't so much in ring anymore.
Right.
And he's mostly behind the scenes. And if he did a match, it was with like Captain America, Danny,
Yeah, doing the Captain USA thing. Yeah.
or work with Jeff. And usually it was just 5-10 minutes.
Right, right.
Run around, dance around, and do the quick,
Sometimes
get the quick win and get out.
Sometimes they supposedly put the money up on the line. That always is
Oh,
good. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
The $62 million match.
Although it wasn't like when Kevin won the car at the Battle Royal.
Yeah, because they really gave him a car. Jason bought him a car, right?
That battle royal.
Yeah, but we didn't tell Kevin. We
Yeah.
just kept telling him, yeah, well, whoever wins it gets the car. That's my car.
Yeah. So we all just grab each other, kind of throw each other out, and he won. There you go.
There you go, right?
That was beautiful.
I don't think anybody was brave enough to go and get in Kevin's face and go, that's going to be my car.
Oh, yeah.
And it killed him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you and Christian had a lot of matches with our Big Daddy Dave Walker.
Yes.
And Flash Fahrenheit.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Who, as
Flash
we all
Fahrenheit.
know right now, is probably not doing. Is he still there?
I think he's still in jail.
He's still in jail.
Yeah.
Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't know this.
Oh, yeah, tell
Paul is, I believe, he was one of the, I think he was the first one convicted for invading the Capitol.
Capital? Was he the Viking?
No, he was not the Viking. He was not the Viking.
Sound like- oh, that
but
would
he
have
was
fit
with
him
the
right
group.
there.
Yeah.
He was with the group.
He's with- yeah.
The night it happened, he sent us all a bunch
no.
of pictures from the floor of the set. I was like, what are you doing?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I believe in the cause or whatever, but no, I'm not going to break into the Capitol.
Exactly.
Holy moly.
So, yeah, you worked with him. That was good.
Oh, yeah. No, I worked with Paul a bunch of times. I even worked with him down the Greeley Park on the stage there. And always reckless, though.
Yeah.
He always wanted to do every high spot he could
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know? And
I wasn't a big fan of Paul.
so one time I was on the ground. It's like, well, I'm sick of taking all these high spots. So he says, one more leg. I'm like, one more leg drop. This is probably like the fourth one. This makes
Right.
no sense. It's like, I'm supposed to run the match. But he ended up dropping it, but his leg went right into my forehead, and I hit my head.
Yeah.
So I was all concussed after that a little bit, and I just got angry, just beat him. Just be done with this.
Yeah, but the problem is he liked it.
Oh, he was terrible. He loved the beating.
Did he?
Oh, yeah. And then one of my last matches was up in, I think it was Dover Elks,
Yeah.
and my dislocated my knee when I was in a six-man tag. It was like nothing but my knee went this way. And I really couldn't get out back. I'm laying on the floor, and the next match is coming. I'm like, hey, help! Get me out of here! So Paul finds out I'm hurt. Now, Paul, big-hearted kid, not the brightest.
Right.
Big-hearted kid. Helps me with another guy's ripping out back, and they get me some ice. Paul comes and rips my drawers right off of me. I'm like, what are you doing? My knee hurts. Right? I didn't dislocate my scrotum.
I should have used that in an interview. I am going to dislocate your throat.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm like, geez, I'm crow, but a heart of gold. Oh, geez, I got so many stories about that kid, especially with the snakes and everything else. And,
What do you mean with the where he likes snakes?
I'll tell you Paul's story, and it won't be a
right.
snake story. It'll
Yeah.
be an alligator story.
An alligator story. All right.
Was somebody wrestled an alligator?
No, it was worse. So he had an alligator.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not supposed to have an alligator in New Hampshire.
Right.
You're probably not supposed to have an alligator, period.
Yeah, you probably
But
probably
he
not
had an
smart.
alligator.
You have an alligator zoo in Florida and you're
Yes.
licensed for it.
Right. Yeah.
So one night after a show in Rochester, New Hampshire, he tells me, Maverick, we're having a party at my house. We're having ribs. And I said, whose? And so we go over there. I grabbed Justin, right? Because I knew he was allergic to animals, and I figured he was my out. It's like, I'm going to have to leave within an hour.
Good thinking.
Yeah, see? So Paul comes to the door. First of all, the first person to come to his door was the strangest thing I would ever see at Paul's place. A young man in khakis and a sweater vest answered the door.
Okay.
But he had like velvet goth wallpaper on the place. And I walk in, and Paul runs into the kitchen. Went, hi, Maverick! And he's got an alligator bit onto his nipple.
Can't make this stuff up. Wow. Can't make this stuff up. Oh, yeah.
I looked at Justin and said, we got to stay at least an hour.
Too bad you didn't have a regular phone to start videoing some of that stuff.
Right.
yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Back then, there was still a payphone, probably.
No, I don't. I didn't want evidence. Trust me.
Oh, that's funny. What about the amazing Egghead?
Oh, Eggy. Old Eggy. Well, he was fun to train, though, because he was a really good listener. He picked it up really quick. And then Jeff took a liking to him, so that's when they started doing the.
Oh, yeah, he was pushing him for a while.
Yeah, he was.
He
Big
was.
push. And that was the ugliest singlet ever.
Oh, yeah, the yellow one?
Oh, looks like a yoke. You know?
Yeah.
So don't struggle too much out there. You want to have an accident in that thing. Oh, it'll bleed right through. Oh, yeah. He was a good kid, though.
He was surprisingly fast. He
Right.
really was.
Yeah.
He'd gas out quick, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but he was
Oh, God,
surprisingly quick. Yeah, he blew up very quickly.
Yeah.
But he was actually okay. He wasn't that bad.
Right.
I liked Egg. I liked Egg a lot, you know.
Then when we were doing this at Front Row again, right?
Yeah.
Front Row.
Yep.
We did a show in Orange.
That was actually for Jeremy. Yep.
That was under Jeremy's?
Yeah,
Okay.
that might have been
Iron Mass.
Yeah, it might have been one of our
Yeah, it was a big roller skate.
combined shows, actually.
It was a huge show.
Yeah.
I mean, that place was packed, and you had me working with what's his name there, with the French Connection.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
John Paul, no, something.
No, it was Tony Roy and Rush.
Oh, Roosh.
Roosh. Yeah.
That was a barn burner. So I don't know what Mav said
Yes,
to them.
yes, a barn literally burned down to the ground
Yeah.
down the street.
I don't know what Mav said to them. They come up to me and Christian, and they're like, "Hey, we like a nice, easy match. I hear you work stiff." No, we don't work stiff. I go, "You heard I work stiff? Who told you that?" Well, I made the show went out there. We worked freaking stiff.
He probably just knew how
Prayed it hard on him. He's throwing like these little shots at me, like, "No, I ain't taking those." So I ended up throwing him in the bathroom. And this poor little girl was in there. She's like,
Oh, no.
I go, "It's okay, honey. You can go out. Go on, get her out." And I wet his head up, and I get a bunch of toilet paper, throw it all on him, and I throw him out the door. So he falls in the chairs. I go, "All right, now I got to do a little turnaround here. I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to hit that door as hard as I can."
Yeah.
I hit that door. The whole place went silent. Thought I died.
Right?
Then he gets up, gives me a little shot, and then he grabs a Rubbermaid can and bounces it off my head and it goes boom. I'm like, I'm not selling it.
Right? Nice.
Beat the crap out of those guys. And then Christian ended up getting rid of Rush in the ring because I'm outside the ring beating up Tony Roy. And so we're celebrating. They go downstairs. And by the time we get done slapping hands and whatnot, they didn't even get undressed. They just packed their bags and left.
Wow.
And I said to Maverick, "What happened?" He goes, "Guess I don't have to pay them."
Were they managed by Wendell Weatherby then?
No,
It was a young lady went out
Yes.
wearing much.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that wasn't that Roosh's girlfriend? No, was that Tony's? No, that was Tony's
I
girlfriend.
think it was Tony's girlfriend at the
Yeah.
time. They both, I'm not going to make fun of them, but they both like strippers for girlfriends, I believe, at one point. And I may be speaking on it. I know Tony had a stripper
Right.
as a girlfriend.
What was funny, Tony Roy was the janitor at the National Elks Lodge that I belonged to.
Was he?
Yeah.
No kidding, really? Huh, okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Tony's been on here a couple times. He's funny.
Yeah.
He had some good stories.
I've driven on the road with him a few times.
He's been around.
Oh,
God,
For
35.
longer than me, actually. Yeah.
He started wrestling 35
he was
years
with
ago.
Triple H, right? He was originally was the first guy to train Triple H.
Yeah, he was.
You know,
Down
they
Kowal-
just-
he went to Kowalski.
it was just at the gym, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They would go to the same gym.
Yeah, Gold's Gym.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Triple H, Tony was just showing some stuff, and then obviously he brought him on to Walters.
Yeah.
So, do you know referee Rich Lannon?
Rich Lannon.
No, I don't think he knows Rich. No, I don't think he would know him.
I mean, we had Scott Dickinson come up a lot.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, he worked for you guys a lot.
And
too,
then
yeah.
Holyoke Joe.
Oh God.
He had the Hulk Hogan tattooed on his back.
Yeah. I want to do a dirtbag in New England indie wrestling, and
He's on the list.
Holyoke Joe's definitely on the list.
Did you know that Holyoke Joe was in jail?
Yeah.
What is it with everyone going to jail?
This is such an awesome story.
This is
This is such an awesome
please
story.
do.
All right. So
Was he in the back of Hulk Hogan's backyard or something?
no.
Naked?
So apparently the Bubba the Love Sponge money has gone away at this
Oh
point.
my God.
Oh, God.
So, and apparently he got into angel dust, and I like the angel dust.
Yep.
So he came up with this plan with his girlfriend. They wanted the insurance money from their car, so they paid this kid to take their car and drive it full speed into a concrete dock, and the kid died. Isn't it awesome to laugh at that?
Was he on the crystal meth too?
He must have been.
Well,
I mean,
the
must
dust
have
or
been.
whatever.
I would
it was on.
imagine so.
And
Holy moly.
that
Should
came
bail.
out, and Holyoke Joe is in jail for that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might have got out. I think. I don't know if he
Well,
got
I don't know
out.
how
It's
long
been
he
a
was
few
in there
years.
for.
Well, was
Yeah.
that what did he get like manslaughter?
That
Or
would be-
obviously,
that would be
I think
it,
it was
yeah.
a manslaughter.
Yeah.
And then there was
Also-
and insurance
intentional
fraud.
Insurance fraud. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, he was never the brightest guy.
No,
obviously.
no, not if you get a Hulk Hogan
Obviously.
tattoo on your back.
You know?
I mean, right there.
But I do remember him at one time. I seen that guy refereeing everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Well, part of that was because his mother would actually work the front desk. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Okay.
you had sometimes a lot of guys don't understand. It's actually, no offense to wrestlers out there, I could go like this with my arm and touch 5 or 6 wrestlers
Right.
in any spot now.
Right.
You have a harder time getting people to do the merchandise. It
Oh,
really
yeah.
is. It really is.
Right.
You know, and that's part of the reason I've been so friendly with Timmy over the years, because the wives start getting involved and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
When you have a family business like
Yep.
that. So first his wife would come and the kids would come and my kids were there.
And the kids all be playing.
They'd play, and then sometimes it'd be my dad can beat up your dad. Well, we're gonna find out tonight.
Always turning it out one.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then, but I had a lot of like, you know, that I got into wrestling mainly for the adventure.
Oh, yeah,
you
of
know, I'm not a
course, yeah.
career guy. So Tim got me on this one. I got this one little adventure with Tim. We were working in this tiny little place in Keene that I ran. If full, it held like about 60 people.
Yeah, KC Hall.
It was tiny. I literally just ran it every once in a while so
Yeah.
we had something to do.
Right.
So what do you do in a small hall like that? You do 2 out of 3 falls with Tim Walker in front of 28 people.
Yeah.
So
And I think we did a tag team earlier.
we might have, but
We didn't have enough guys, so he's like, all right, you and I, we got to do it,
right.
2 out of 3. I'm like, are you kidding me?
see, but that ties into the Kid Crazy thing. You were there when Kid Crazy was there. So that night, and I don't know if you remember this part of it. This young kid we were training up at the gym debuted. He was 18. He wanted to have his first match. So I said, the first person I'm going to put him in the ring with is Kid Crazy, because he's competent and he won't put up with crap and he'll direct the kid as he needs to.
Yeah.
Right? So the kid walks up to Kid Crazy and goes, and I don't know if you remember him at all, but he was so like dour and negative and sarcastic. And the kid comes up and goes, can I shake the ropes like the Ultimate Warrior in our match?
Oh, I've been like, of course you can.
Which is exactly what he said. And then
I would
apparently
love that.
the match got a little rough, which you'd have loved working with Crazy because he was right up my alley. It was right up your alley. It was a fight. It was just a fight.
We should pitch it because I
So
can
somebody
picture
like you've come through that, and all of a sudden you get in the ring like that. Oh, okay. Well, I know what's going on here.
Right.
This kid turned up and was scared. He had no idea what was going on.
Gets better.
So, 3 days later, I get a call from Steve Boucher. I got a complaint about your show in Keene. Okay, what's that?
What, the commission, Steve Boucher?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The kid and his mother had written a letter to the commission saying that we had never smartened him up. We had never revealed the secret. Nobody talked to him before the match. No, they didn't discuss they didn't discuss what was going to go on.
Oh, that's
in the
probably why
match.
he never came back.
So, well, yeah, but actually, our match that night, when we did a 2 out of 3 falls match, was my defense. I said, well, if you want to sue me and put me out of business, then Tim Walker should probably sue me and put me out of business as well. Because that same night, we did a 2 out of 3 falls match, 45 minutes. We talked about precisely nothing.
Right.
Not one thing.
Yeah.
So Tim
Nope.
Walker can sue me.
Nope, that was a good match. I wish it was a bigger crowd.
You actually that actually got
Right.
me out of actually got me out of a little trouble with the commission.
Nice.
But that was a good match.
We
And
barely ever talked about it. It was like, well, what are we doing?
we had the
I'll talk about it. Right, yeah. I didn't care.
because nobody does that anymore. Nobody just gets in there and fights.
No, everything, they got to write it down. There's got to be sequences. I mean, for crying out loud, you get hit with 2 pile drivers and the guy kicks out.
I know.
It makes no sense.
Everyone does a super kick every match. Every match, everyone's got to do a super kick.
Not this kid.
It was
Like, no, right, you know what I mean?
Never would.
No, but like all the matches you watch, like an AEW match, it's all like that. And I don't understand that. I'm not into the Orange Cassidy with the hands in the pocket.
Oh, I can't. No, that's
I don't like it.
That's not wrestling
I don't
anymore.
like it.
no. It just becomes too much.
That's why I concentrate on New England independent wrestling. Because I really don't like the TV wrestling that much.
Every time we get in the ring, we already strain the credibility.
Yeah.
You know? The second anybody runs at the ropes, that doesn't happen in real life. I mean, that's over.
Right.
So you want to. It's like there's no. Nobody can make it real anymore. They really can't. And it's not making it real, and I'm sure there's some younger guys, they never thought it was real. No, but sometimes you used to be able to get them to forget it wasn't real for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's about entertaining them. And,
You do that, you get your match done, and then they'd be like, oh my God, wow, oh my God. And then, oh, that was all fake. I know that.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I fooled you there for a couple of minutes.
Or you see someone get completely killed in the ring, all of a sudden the match is over, they just get up and they walk away.
Oh yeah, that used to drive me nuts.
Like, you want to sell it a little bit?
Remember that dude that did it to the skyscrapers? Dan Spivey and Sid Vicious.
And that
The
bald
guy kept getting up and then
The bald
just
biker.
beat the living crap out of him.
that was awesome.
I loved it. It was the greatest thing.
I had to watch it three
The guy
times in
take
a
a
row.
bump and he
He got right back up.
you
They were looking
look
at
at the
him.
size of these guys. Are you insane?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorite.
You reminded me of Paul in a way.
matches.
Paul jumped right up after every move. It's
Really?
like, you just got power bombed. Why are you getting up?
I'm tough. Pretend not to be.
Right, exactly.
For God's sakes, kid.
All right, so we went a little serious wrestling talk now. How about something not so serious, like Jeff's old shows where he would put out on the wrestling cards that he would put out in store windows. Today we got Kevin Nash.
Ooh-ah.
Scott Hall.
Yes.
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 I mean, you must have loved those.
Oh,
those,
yeah. And then, was it the 3D?
Oh, yep.
Wrestling in 3D, Oh, God. And then,
He went through a whole phase of rip-off names and stuff.
oh, yeah.
It was great.
He had Hal Gore. He didn't have Al Gore. He had Hal Gore.
Al Gore.
Hal Gore.
Yeah.
He lasted approximately one match for about 3 minutes.
And then we had Bart Hart.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Pinky.
Pinky.
Pinky,
was
he was
doing
great.
Bart Hart.
He had a whole bunch of gimmicks. Pinky,
Oh, yeah.
didn't he?
Yes, he was Captain Canada. But the Bart Hart one was just
The
Yeah.
Bart
the
Hart.
Bart Hart. was
Canada.
just-
He really
yeah.
put himself into that
Dick,
one.
is it
too,
okay
though.
if I stand during these interviews every once in a while? I'm going to do it anyways. So the thing was with the Bart Hart gimmick, right? So he spent so much. Actually, I think Wolf spent the money. I think Wolf bought all the costumes.
That was like a real Bret Hart
It was,
outfit.
They must have put $700 into this outfit.
Then never mind the boots.
Yeah, never mind the
He
boots.
showed it to me.
It was the
He
jacket.
gave me all his wrestling stuff.
He had the black wig, and so you got to remember the first night we did it, they debuted it in Hudson, and Wolf had just won the money, so people don't know what the hell he can afford anymore,
Right,
and
right.
they know he had bought into it, right?
Yeah.
So one night, here we go, we're going to debut Bart Hart, right? And all of a sudden, here's Pink. His back is here. It is. Lights come on. Back to the crowd. Big, long, greasy hair. The jacket. The tights. There's a reason my back's see. I'm not trying to moon you, Dick. All right. And all of a sudden, he starts coming through the door backwards like this. Dun 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 dun.
With the music.
And then turns around and like, oh my God, it's that asshole.
Big old belly hanging out. Like, that's not Bret.
Oh, that's awesome.
Costa got us again.
Then we do the Sting gimmick with Matt Bunnell.
Same time frame. That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a cage match.
The Stingray.
Yes.
Stingray.
Stingray.
So, well, he's got to have a bat. What are we going to use for a bat that he can hit people with? I go, I got a wiffle ball bat and a bunch of electrical tape. We could come up with something,
Yeah.
you know? They're all getting hit by that bat.
Yeah, but the night he debuted at Hudson, again, around the time Wolf won the money, we were having a cage match, and there used to be this overhead garage door. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Yep, in the back.
Yep. And all of a sudden, the thing opens up, the lights are off, and a car drives in. Now, it's Jeff's big old pink
Cadillac, right? Yeah.
And all of a sudden he comes walking in.
I don't know what Crow Sting and pink Cadillac has to
Had
do
to
with
do
one
that,
another.
yeah.
Just near the headlights.
Yeah, it's just like this. It was just crazy.
As we shut the lights off in the whole Lions Hall, just so all you saw was a
Were you
beam of
on the
lights.
show when the Eliminators were there in Hudson?
Oh, I don't remember them being in Hudson.
Yeah, that's where I remember seeing them.
Actually, you're right.
They
You're
were in
right.
Hudson.
You're right.
Because I'll never forget. I was like, oh my God, I was flipping out because I never expected them to be there. They were like the last tag, even though they were local.
Yeah.
I just didn't see them with Jeff before or anything, and it just blew
Jeff
my
and Sonny
mind.
worked with them a couple of times, actually.
I probably was there. I wasn't sure.
I don't know if you were there for that one.
I know I was there when Donnie was running around with a bone.
Oh, Congo Boy.
Congo boy.
Yeah.
Then this guy's dressed up like a lady chasing him.
Cody Boynes.
Yes.
Mama.
Mama.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah. Yeah, he used to come up with some crazy gimmicks. Okay, Mama is your manager.
Right.
Yeah,
You will
yeah.
stop at the Salvation Army and buy the cheapest dress you can.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah.
They were.
And then they said it must have paid Donnie $10. Just run around the ring once or twice, and you're all good for the night.
Right. Did you ever get the Congo Boy treatment during your match?
No.
Thank God. Well, that's how you knew you were good. So,
Right?
Jeff loved the gimmick so much; it was so disruptive.
Yeah.
Anytime he thought a match was slow, he would just send
Go out there, run around.
Go out there, run around, spice it up. During I crap you not, and unfortunately Johnny Royal was involved too.
Yeah.
But during a Johnny Royal and Robbie Ellis match, Congo Boy came out 5 or 6 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was the best thing because Ellis never came back.
Right.
He
Well,
was
I
so
can tell you
insulted.
right now, Robbie Ellis never wrestled you.
No.
I can guarantee
No.
that.
No,
I know who he is.
Yeah.
He was one creepy dude.
Yes.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
And I think he said he wanted to wrestle. Who do you always want to wrestle?
Somebody small and light
And cute.
and cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
No, not for me.
What about Adam Booker? Do you remember anything about Adam Booker? I think he had a couple of matches. You teamed with Fury once and wrestled Adam Booker and Christian Angus with Miss Kitty.
I probably did. Because I did work with Brian Fury on a tag match a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I really don't remember that one, Leo.
What about working for the EWA, Scott King and Ramsey?
So Scott King wasn't involved. That would have been.
That
at
was-
point,
would that
but
be you?
That was actually Jerry. That was Dr. Heresy.
Oh, Dr. Heresy,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Because Scott King had moved. Because Steve Ramsey had moved away down
Okay.
to Nevada, I believe, and Scott was just not going to be involved at that point.
Right.
So Jeremy took it over, and we ran actually a lot of conjunction shows with the EWA at one
Yeah.
point. We had one in Gardner.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
That was when the old man in the Lark attacked Stephen Marriott, and security guards ranging for all, which was basically like most of the chaotic trainees.
Yeah.
including a very young Max Bauer.
Wow.
Around that time, we had Tommy Mack with us, too.
Yes,
Tommy Mack.
Yes, yeah.
He was starting to come about, and he was going to all the matches with us.
Right.
And then those most like the Western mats where him and Jeremy were running them.
Right,
You know,
right,
like
right.
Orange, Gardner.
Yep.
Springfield.
Yeah.
Gardner was cool.
Yeah.
What about some of those other guys? Guys like Andre Lyons and the Mighty Mini. Do you remember those guys?
Mighty Mini.
You wouldn't remember. They were around at St. Stan's at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. No, I mean.
Mini was so small,
Yeah.
but he could work. Very entertaining
Yeah.
kid.
Yes, I don't know how much crossover you would have had with Minnie. I mean, a lot of the stuff you did came out of Jeff's gym, basically.
Right. What about Rooster?
He wouldn't know Rooster.
No.
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 All right.
No. Christ, I barely know Rooster.
But we started doing St. Stan's. That sounds working with Greg the Hammer.
That was the next
Road
thing I was going to
Warriors.
say. What about Greg the Hammer Valentine?
Oh, great to work with. Boy, the first time he chopped you, like, what the heck is that?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Ever been hit hard like that in my life.
Yeah.
Then he did it again. Boy, did I get ripped.
Now, what were they booking him for like a month at a time?
They were. That was
one
when
point-
Wolf had won the money, and Greg was like the primary guy he
Yeah.
booked.
Yeah.
And Greg would come in, and he worked with a lot of the guys. And it wasn't. That was the best part. It wasn't. Don't take this the wrong way. It wasn't the typical Greg Valentine showing up for a $500 payday
Yeah.
and just give me my money and I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Right.
And not because it was, he's a good guy and everything, don't get me wrong, but we saw, well, I could probably work here once every 2 or 3 weeks and make a good payday, so why don't I keep
That's
these
what he was
people
doing.
happy,
Right,
which is
right.
what he was doing,
Yep.
So then he would, for people that would actually, like, hit him, he would have really good matches, which,
I wrestled him 3 times, and
Yeah.
2 of the times I was a champion, I had to drop my belt to him.
yes.
Oh, you got to give it up to him.
So, but what would you just come back to the thing and Jeff would hand you the belt again, or did you have to beat him and then?
No, probably Maverick would come out the following weekend with it, or Chad would have it the following weekend,
Right.
or we'd put it on Justin. I know, or not Justin. Brian Fury.
Yes.
Just it was like we're in the background. It was like, well, who was the champion tonight?
Right.
We don't remember.
We don't remember. That's how much
You
it
get
meant
the
to us.
silver
Now,
one, you get the
Chad-
gold one.
Now, Chad, how was your matches with Chad?
Stiff. He was. I'd say he's very selfish in the ring. I mean, I didn't dislike the kid.
I remember a match you did with him, and it was at.
I ended up clocking the crap right out of him.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
it well. Actually, it was
Yeah.
at. It was a place called the Human League. I think it was in Quincy, Mass.
Oh, yeah, that was one of them.
Yep. And I remember specifically watching it, and the thing with Chad was everything was the Chad show.
It was.
It was
Yeah.
his match, and
Right.
that was it.
Right.
And he was good. Don't get me wrong. He could be good, but if you wanted to get yourself over, you had to force the issue
Yeah.
with him. You
Right.
really did.
It's not get yourself over. You want to make yourself feel like you were in the ring with
Yeah.
him.
Like
Right.
like you
he
were-
was like taking over everything. It's like, no, I am the baby face.
Yeah.
that it's like I'm not a mannequin. I can work. Cut it out.
Right.
Yeah.
But he just wanted to get over all the time. Didn't matter. And like one night, say like, well, you're getting color and you're getting color. Well, Chad's like, well, what about me? Well, your match has nothing to do with color. But he'd go out there and like rip his nose open or hit his head off the post just so he'd bleed so he can get the attention.
Right.
So he's like really
'Cause he didn't want-
self-righteous,
he didn't want people getting one up on him. It was
Right.
like that bad.
He's pretty bad at work now, too. I'll be honest with you. I
he trying to
I'll
ble-
say it. I really don't care. You
Is
know
he
what
trying
I mean?
to bleed at work too?
I,
to
no,
get
no,
one up
but,
on you?
no, but just wants to be appreciated.
Yeah, yeah.
I told him. I said, oh, every Thursday, do they give you something? He goes, yeah. I go, what do they give you? He goes, my check. I said, there you go.
That's it.
There's your appreciation.
That's right.
I said, you're lucky if you work for a guy that will say, good job. Thanks, guys. I try to do that with my guys.
Yeah.
I learned that from my dad. My dad used to do that to even me when I was 8 years old.
Yep.
Cutting the grass with them. You know what I mean? Always thank me and stuff. But I always knew whether I did a good job. I don't need people to say that to me.
No.
Oh, I need to be appreciated. Your appreciation's in your check. He wanted a cookout. That's what I think. I think he
cookout?
wanted a
In his name, so he can jump off the top
I don't know,
rope?
but we used to have company cookouts
Yeah, the
every
Prince
year.
Charming-
I wouldn't go
the
and try to
Prince-
suplex it through the picnic table.
Right.
The
I
Prince
was the cook
Charming
for the
Memorial Barbecue. Yeah.
Oh,
there you
yeah,
go.
yeah, I'm on my way.
Yeah. But I mean, when I started running shows though, and I took over basically
Right.
Jeff's crew. Guys like Tim made that transition a lot easier to do. Like
Yeah, it's just-
you're in a couple of minutes, you're going to have like John Walters in here, and
Right.
I've worked with John Walters several
Yep.
times, and I had good matches.
They
with
just
him.
got here a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I saw. But the difference is because I had trust issues as
Yeah.
a worker. It would take me 2 or 3 times with somebody, usually, if I didn't know them that well. It was the same way with John.
Right.
I'd eventually just start
Yeah.
beating him up. But,
Yeah,
you
right.
know, but with Tim, I didn't have that problem because I knew everything he could do. I'd seen what he had done.
Right.
I knew he was familiar with what I was trying to do.
Right.
And it was great because when I started running my own shows, I had guys like him and I had Vegas and Cadallas was gone at that point. I wish he was around. Sonny was in and out.
He'd come in and out,
Yeah.
though, because he was...
Sonny was in and out, and and I would use Tim as a guy to anchor my shows,
Right.
because he knew what I wanted on these shows because I'd worked with him so many times. I'd seen him
And sometimes you and I have to close the show out.
yeah,
You know?
and sometimes you had to do it on the fly, and sometimes it would be planned, and
Yeah. Or I'd go in there with some 350-pound guy I never even knew. Hey, how you doing? I'm Timmy.
Right. And work with them.
Yeah.
But
Had
the
to get it
guys,
done.
but the thing was, a lot of guys don't know how to do that. To work with the unfamiliar.
Yeah.
anymore.
Right,
They really,
right.
they come out of a gym and they know the guys they're working with. And I'm not going to mention any names, but you can go on shows these days and you'll see guys in locker rooms and they'll be, off on their own little group. It's like, what are you doing? You know, there's a whole show here.
You always walk around, you talk to everybody.
But we go,
you know?
we go to the school together. Well, yeah, but you're not at the school.
Right.
And
No, I hear you.
Every one of these people you're going to have to learn how to work with. And working involves learning how to get along with people.
I can see that like at the APW shows when I get there to like start getting everything ready for the concessions, and I'll see that certain kids from this school and that school, and you're right, I see a lot of that.
Yeah.
And that's you know, and I think honestly, when you got on other shows, you could Sonny's talked about it before. You could always tell the guys who are Jeff guys or one of guys
absolutely.
and stuff
Back
like
in
that.
your era, yeah.
Because well, first off, if they were doing what I did, well, I was walking in and being extremely loud,
Screaming and yelling.
screaming and yelling, potentially naked.
Naked.
You know, I did that because I never wanted to be that guy that was like the wallflower, you know, like that. But I always wanted guys to be like that too. I've said constantly, we should have never in the shows. We should have just put like a glass wall in front of the dressing room, and you could just watch that.
I don't know. I think I would have wanted mic'd.
Definitely needed it mic'd.
Because some of the craziness that went on and just the conversations.
Oh,
and
God,
the
yeah.
ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Even just some of the scary stuff. That hall we ran in Keene, the ring was upstairs, we're downstairs, and this thing was basically not much more than a house. So somebody take a bump and everything.
Oh, dust is coming all over us.
You think the
from
ring is coming
rafters.
for the floor.
Oh yeah.
And then Alex Arian backdrop Rocco Abruzzi 11 times one night in that ring.
Oh yeah. God.
I don't think you ever get stuck working with Rocco Abruzzi.
No, but I remember we used to always send Dave Cormier out there with Tarzan, do like a tables match. They bring a real table. They don't pre-cut it. They killing each other out
Dude,
there.
that's a kitchen table from Rotman's. You can't use that.
And Davey's probably like 285, and he's
he's a big
slamming
boy.
him on it, and it's not breaking. I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch this no more.
Yeah, it was great. We had the two Walkers. We had Tim Walker, and we had
And Big Daddy,
Big Daddy Walker.
I always wondered why there was two.
Yeah,
These weren't
I
brothers.
said to Jeff, I go, you know, my dad's name's David. Why are you calling him Big Daddy David Walker? I feel like I should say, hey, Dad, what's up?
He looks like a big daddy.
Yeah.
Big cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was funny.
Great guy.
Funny.
Great guy to work
Funny.
with, too.
Yeah.
We had a Christmas
guy.
party at Rip's house one time, and he took care of his wife in the bathroom.
Yeah, he would never.
Good man.
Never bashful about that.
No,
Good
no,
man.
he's a good guy.
I go make love to my woman in the back seat of my car, and I'll be back in 10 minutes.
How about Larry Huntley? Do you remember Larry?
Larry from Maine?
Yeah.
You work with Larry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Congo Boy up there working with him every now and then.
Yes, he does. Donnie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He runs a show in Springfield, Maine, and my folks go up there to the car show, and he's
Yeah,
up there
and
running the show.
AWA. He just ran a show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
even last weekend.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook. He was a funny guy, still doing the cousin Luke thing. It's like,
Yeah.
man, he's got to be my age.
You see it with Tony a lot too. Tony Atlas a lot.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah,
work
yeah.
together or against each other,
Yeah.
or as a tag team.
So we burned through time quickly here. We have
Yeah.
34 seconds
Yeah.
left.
We still need to do like 2 or 3 more shows. We got
Oh,
way
we
more
got
stuff
plenty.
to talk
We got-
about.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm keeping everything really short.
You know, we can do this again, definitely. You know,
Yeah, they go by quick. You can't cram enough in.
yeah,
No,
you can't.
no.
You really can't. Do you have anything you want to plug?
No, I got nothing to plug. I'm just been working 32 years. Hey, love you all, miss you.
All right, go Celtics,
Go Celtics.
right?
Right?
Support independent wrestling,
Do it.
and I got to do another show after this.
All right.
Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe, that's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.